Oh, listen. So, when you come for something that I love, something from my childhood, when you come for something that I know a lot about, that I read a lot about, that I'm interested in, that brings me nothing but joy, when you come for that, I get a little bit upset and angry. And I want to make sure that I don't fly off the handle during this video. But I want to say before I begin that I don't know Phil Spencer or Jim Ryan or Shigeru Miyamoto or Bowser at Nintendo. I don't know any of these people. And the only way that I could know anything about them is through seeing what they say on social media or in interviews that they give. And also, at times, behind the scenes, when things that they don't want me to see leak out and I see. And I want to say before I begin that Phil Spencer said something that is probably one of the most disgusting, egotistical, short-sighted, I don't even know any more words to describe this. And it's just baffling to me that just 3 short years ago, and it's 3 short years ago that he said this. Things haven't changed. I'm sure he still feels this way. 3 short years ago, talking about buying Nintendo because, creating things to make yourself relevant, that's too difficult. Buying Nintendo would make them relevant. And then he said that they haven't realized yet that their future lies beyond their hardware, which hints at the fact that their future lies beyond their own control because they have a walled garden. They create hardware and software for that hardware and toys. And now they have movies. And now they have a theme park. And all of those things feed back upon themselves to make Nintendo the brand that it is today. They've done that work. They've created those characters. Mario is more recognizable now than Mickey Mouse around the world. That didn't happen by accident. But Phil Spencer, he knows that Nintendo's future lies beyond their own hardware and control. Whose control then is their future with? This is absolutely baffling to me that somebody in control of a company in an industry that he professes to love and be a part of and loves all of the players in the console video game space in general could sit there and come to the realization that only he knows where the future of Nintendo lies. They just don't realize it yet. He realizes it, and he's kind of angry that they don't realize that he's the one that they should be looking to sort of steer their ship, the ship that they've put on course to be what Nintendo is today. All of that was incorrect, but Phil Spencer knows it yet. He even says in the memo, it's taking a long time, a really long time. Like, give me a break, Nintendo. Just listen to me. I'm Phil Spencer. I know that all of the work you've done means nothing because your future isn't in your own products. It's with me. It's with us. Whose control then is he upset with? He's upset that Nintendo has control over themselves, and he doesn't want that. He wants them to see the light, come to the cloud. Well, then who has control there? Oh, don't pay attention to Microsoft and the cloud. Don't pay attention to Windows. Don't pay attention to any of that. We're just going to make you free because we love you, because we love games and gamers. Everyone's in it for something, and they want control. To sit there and say that Nintendo doesn't know what they're doing. They don't realize the downfall of their strategy. They don't realize that their future doesn't lie in the decisions that they make for their own company, the things that they've created, they've worked on themselves. They don't realize that only he knows that the future is beyond them. Their decisions have to be given to him because he realizes it, not Nintendo. It's one of the most disgusting, distasteful, backwards, short-sighted, baffling, egotistical things I've ever read when it comes to a CEO talking about another storied company within an industry like Nintendo. I don't know where you go from here. If you're a Phil Spencer fan, if you love video games in general, this is just outright sickening. And I want zero parts of anybody that thinks that a company like Nintendo, they don't deserve to make their own decisions when it comes to their hardware, to their company, to their IPs, to their creativity. Just listen to me, because I've realized it. You haven't. I, godlike Phil Spencer, have realized that the future of Nintendo lies beyond their own control. Curiously, though, he wants it. And who controls it then? When I read this, I thought to myself, I have my Xbox. I do enjoy it. I do like Starfield a lot. But I don't know how you move beyond just a company that thinks this way, that doesn't see the genius of companies like Nintendo, that doesn't see the creativity, that doesn't see all of the work. The first company to hire an artist and not a developer, somebody who knew how to actually use a computer and type ones and zeros into it to create images, was Nintendo. They hired Shigeru Miyamoto, an artist. Nobody was hiring artists to create video games, but they had an idea that maybe there was more to this than just ones and zeros. But no, Phil Spencer knows more than that company. In fact, Phil Spencer probably knows more than Shigeru Miyamoto when it comes to creativity. He just doesn't realize it yet. The future for Nintendo lies with Nintendo. And if it doesn't, then I am probably on my way out when it comes to modern gaming and would probably just become a retro gamer. This is a disgraceful statement. And I struggle trying to find anybody who can possibly defend this and think, well, it's just taken out of context. They're just talking back and forth. This is a disgusting point of view to have, and I will not support that in the slightest. So go ahead and let me know in the comment section below why you think Xbox is fantastic and I'm a Sony channel or a Nintendo channel. That's fine. I am too old to not speak my mind when it comes to something that I care about a lot, that has brought me joy over the years, and I am baffled that somebody in the position of Phil Spencer would say this, think this, and believe this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.